What's up guys, welcome to first lesson where we actually dive into Photoshop, and I think you're excited because it's a really interesting program, but also I have to tell you that it isn't an easy program, so if you got any questions you can always message me and I will reply to you the same day. Okay, and before we start I have to tell you that your Photoshop may look a little bit different, but that's not a big problem, so just let's keep rolling. Okay, first thing we have to do is we have to go to File and press New. Now we're going to create a new project. So what do we have to do here? Okay, first of all, here we have different project templates. For example, if I press photo, I have here templates for a photo project, or print, I have here different templates for let's say A4 paper project, and so on. Art and illustration, web, if I want to design a website, mobile, if I want to design a mobile application, and so on. But this actually doesn't matter, because the only thing that matters is here. Here we can choose all the settings that we need. First of all, we need to go here and we have to name our project. Let's say we're just going to call it test because we're just starting. The next thing we need to do is we need to define our width and height, and let's just make it 1000 by 1000, and also make sure here we have pixel selected. So go here and select pixel and make sure your width and height is 1000 and 1000 pixels. Okay, let's now leave that for now, and this, but here we should go and do resolution 300. I'm going to explain to you what is that a little bit later, so just do this 300. This makes sure our quality is good. And color mode, RGB color. Here we have actually two important color modes, but I can see only one now because I'm on mobile section. So if I go, for example, to print section, and here you'll be able to see all the other different color modes, but we need RGB color, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, and as you can see, when I changed from mobile to print, my parameters changed again. So I have to go here, I have to choose pixels again, I have to make sure it's 1000 by 1000. Okay, perfect. RGB color, 300 resolution, and let's create our first project. Okay, now we can see our working area, which is 1000 by 1000 pixels, so it's square. And let's start with the most important thing. The most important thing in Photoshop is layers panel, and you will see it somewhere here probably, or you can also press on this icon if you see it. It's called layers. So if you don't see it, you can always go to window and find here layers panel, and it will be open. Okay, so I have to tell you that your Photoshop may look different, so I did overtell you again, but I have to tell you that again because, for example, your layers can be here, my layers are here, because we can take this thing and we can drag it and press and just put it anywhere we want. So I can put it here, I can put it here, and so on. Or we can just take it, and if we put it here back, you can see the blue line up here. I release it and I have my layers panel here. Okay, perfect. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to press our image inside Photoshop. For that we go to our files, and then you can just take any image you want. For example, I take this image and I put it inside Photoshop. Just put it somewhere here on the empty place, and our image will automatically appear here. Okay, so now we can move our image left, right, down, up, and so on. We can do a lot of different things. Also, let's say we want to make our image bigger. So what we actually need to do in order to increase its size or decrease the size, we have to go here, here, or here, or here. So one of these 4 points. Then we have to hold Shift, and then we can actually make it bigger or smaller. So we hold Shift in order to keep the proportions. For example, if I don't hold Shift and start doing it bigger or smaller, as you can see, I can, I can transform my image and it doesn't really look good. So if it's like this, as you can see, it's horrible, or if it's like this. But if I hold Shift, these things won't happen because it keeps the right proportions. So I can make this bigger, for example, and then I can go to this edge, hold Shift again, press here, and make this bigger as well. And as you can see, we don't see the part of the image that is located behind our working area, and that's totally fine. This is how it's supposed to be. Now we have to press OK here, because every time we put an image in Photoshop, we have to confirm our transformations. So let's just press OK. Now we have an image in Photoshop. Perfect. Now if you want to, let's say, move it left, right, up, down, you can choose the first move tool, and you can make it down, up, left, right. Okay. The next thing we need to do is we actually need to look here at our layers panel, and as you can see here we have this white layer called background. this we don't actually need this thing. So this is just a standard layer that usually opens when we open our new project. So let's just take this and we can move it here to our bin, trash bin, and just release. Or you can also select it and press delete. So everything we will have here on our image, we will see everything here in our layers panel. So every square, every line, everything we will see here. Okay, now what we should do is we should press this button here, and this opens different adjustment layers. So these are effects that we can do on our image, not only image, but we can put here on our layers. And what we should do actually now is we should choose solid color, and when we choose it, as you can see, the color picker opens, and here we can choose a color that we want to fill our working area. So for example, first of all, we have to move these arrows here. We choose the color that we want, and then we can choose the tone of the color by moving this round circle here. You see, we can move it up, left, down. As you can see, if I move it right and up, it's getting more vibrant. If I move it left, it's getting less vibrant. If I move it down, it's getting darker or lighter. So you can play with that, and always remember, this alone doesn't change your color. You have to also move this one to change your color. Okay, and let's just press OK now. Now as you can see here, we have a new layer called color fill, and here we have our blue color, and our full project is colored blue. Why did this happen? Because when we choose this layer, when we go here and choose solid color, it automatically covers the whole project. So it doesn't matter what is the size of our project, it will always cover the full project. Let's say now we want to change our color. We have to press twice here. We press twice, and again color picker opens, and then we can choose a different color and just press OK. Now you see here eyes, if I turn off this one, my layer is now turned off, and because of that I see the layer that is behind this one. So behind our color layer we have our photo layer, and we can see it. If I turn on back my layer, as you can see, I don't see the picture because this layer is higher in the hierarchy. If I put it down, as you can see, now I see the picture because this picture is higher. So the hierarchy of the layers is very important. Okay, now let's put this picture down again, and then just press here on I so we don't see it. Okay, now we should press here, and now let's choose pattern. Okay, what is pattern? Pattern allows us to fill our project with different kind of patterns. For example, I can press here and I can choose a different kind of patterns that I want. Let's say I choose this pattern, and now we can go to scale, and we can make our patterns bigger, or we can make them smaller. Okay, and as you can see, these patterns are not really that beautiful or anything like this, but the beauty of that is that we can create our own patterns and we can use it, and I will show you how to do that in later lessons. Okay, now what we should do is just press OK here, and the same applies to this one. If I want to change my pattern, I just press twice here, and I can change any pattern, and let's press OK again, and as you can, if I turn off it, as you can see, it's gone again. Okay, that's all for our first lesson. For our next lesson, we're gonna explore more of these options.